So check, man. Listen, I don't think a lot of people know, but we're going to tell them. A good friend of mine, Deshaun, came to me 3 years ago.
Yeah, every bit. Yeah.
Crazy. 3 years ago. He said, bro, I want you to come check out this spot in Atlanta. These two brothers, they started a workspace. Fucking workspace. So I'm like WeWorks or some shit like that? Yeah. You need to come check this shit out. But bruh, it's black. Like black. Not black like ratchet black. Black like classic black.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, say less. Do the walkthrough, boop. And I was like, okay, I want to be a part of this.
Man, I appreciate you.
Seen a couple pictures on the wall, got the artist information, put that art up, but tell the people the story.
So I'm gonna tell them that story because that was one of the more significant moments ever for us. But to go back to the beginning, man, like I called my roommate one day from college and was like, yo, I got an idea to create a place for us. And I'm so fortunate that TK is his name.
Right.
Responded back and was like, hey, I'll go on this journey with you. Let's figure it out. And so we started meeting in my apartment every night. We did that for years. Finally got to a spot where the club was ready to open. And so the part of the story that you just picked up on, we were trying to figure out how to grow, right? And needed to, understand the like fundamentals of the first business, but we wanted to expand. And we're trying to find good partners, right? It was absolutely about capital. Like we needed money to do it, but we needed good people to be around the business too.
Right.
And you stepped in a super critical time. I always have love and appreciation for, for the first like 2 years, we made no money. And so get into a place where we could finally see like, wow, we could build another one and then another one. That was a special turning point for us as a team and as a company.
So for the people who don't know, I am a very silent partner in the gathering spot. And when I say silent partner, I mean I don't want the narrative to be said, oh, Cam Newton owned gathering spot? Because that initially would defame or not, in my eyes, may not be yours.
No.
I feel like you and TK, what you guys have built, it's something that needed to be done. And you guys are solid young brothers, young cats that's doing something that I don't want to take that from y'all. You feel me? And y'all doing it the right way. And when you gave me the proposal, when you gave me, everything that you guys are about, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Shit, where the fuck have I been? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been building this all around Atlanta and I ain't even been here. You know what I'm saying? So it was something that I wanted to be a part of. And obviously, I'm all about buying black. You guys got something that's going on right now as far as buying black and challenging people to do so. But at the same time, for me, it's always been about empowering, our people, right? And learning from all people to empower your people. And your people may be people who look like you, people who don't look like you. It could be your everyday sequence of life. You may be a school teacher. So you can't just say your people as just a race because it's bigger than that. You can't just say your people as your religion because it's bigger than that. Yeah. Your people is the people you come in contact with on a regular basis.
Yeah, true story. So I lived in D.C. for a minute, and we thought we were going to put the first gathering spot in D.C. before we decided to come to Atlanta. And the research that I did is I would go around and get in taxis. I couldn't really get the special advisors and all the consultants. But what I could do was get in taxis, and the folks that had the most game on what was happening in the city were the folks that were driving around, right? So they would tell me, oh, yo, have you heard about that development over there? Like, yo, people hang out over here. I come over here all the time. And so I started honestly taking notes, right? And was able to build a plan about how to better understand the city from being in a bunch of taxis over years, right? It's like, to your point, figuring out how to network across.
Right.
A lot of times people are trying to talk to the big job, And that's not often where you want to be. You want to be with the people that you can grow up with.
You want to be in the trenches.
It's someone told me once there's a difference between vertical networking and horizontal networking. And if you look at successful people, a lot of times they networked horizontally. They grew up with folks, right? And they call on relationships from 10 years ago, not these like fantasy stories or like one day they met the big shot on top.
And he believed in me. Yeah.
Most of the time that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But like that person that's been grinding it out for 5 years with you, 10 years, and you can remember moments where you weren't even talking about business.
Right.
Those are the people that end up making the difference in your life.
Ryan, what's your biggest gift?
I connect people. That's I'm not good at a lot of things, but I'm decent at that. Like I figure out how to connect dots between people, honestly, that shouldn't meet one another. Like I don't believe in all these rules around how we're supposed to connect with each other. So like you'll hear stuff like, oh, you know, that's for the corporate types. Like if you're creative, like you don't go over there. Or like, oh, that's for the entrepreneurs. Like if you're not in business, like you shouldn't go over there. I'm like, no, like it's better when the entrepreneurs know the people that work for the businesses. And it's better when they know the creatives in the city. Like who wrote these rules that old people can't hang out with young people? Like I don't believe in any of that. So I'm always trying to connect dots between people that, again, are being told like in other places that they shouldn't talk to each other.
Yeah. Just as you're on this type of mentality of business and empowering, talk to a person who how did the gathering spot come to be? Right? Did you come for money? Did TK come for money? Was it a loan? Was it who were the people behind the scenes to make the scene great?
So our family was huge, specifically my family. Like, so my parents are entrepreneurs. Okay. So I was able to call on them heavy in the early days. But we still had to raise money. Yeah. And we started counting the number of people that were telling us no. Right? It got to a point where we received 97 straight no's. No. And I've been in every hotel in Atlanta with people barely showing up, not caring, telling us, get out of here, it's going to fail.
Is that considered a no? Is not being able to follow up a no? What's considered your no?
I mean, eventually people would be like, nah, like I'm not doing this. But it was cool because I got to this space where it was like, if people can't see what we see, that must mean that there's an opportunity in the market that's real. Because if they could see it and it was easy, then like that probably means that like this has been done before. Right. And this might be a hard thing to climb. But like we just got comfortable in it. I mean, I was young, I didn't have anything to lose. And I really just felt like the people that were telling us no were crazy. Yeah. And like it would go home and like talk about it that way. I'm like, yo, like he's tripping. Yeah. Like this is about to be amazing. Correct. I'm glad he doesn't get it. And I'm gonna call him back in 5 years and be like,
now a supreme optimist.
It's okay if people don't believe in what you believe. That's fine. In fact, as an entrepreneur, you need those people, right? Like, I'll give you an example we all know. First time I ever heard about Airbnb, I was like, so you're telling me that I can rent somebody's house, stay like on their pillows, see their toothbrush. I don't want to do that. I'm hotel me, please. Like I'm not. Right. I don't want to stay at nobody's house. Like that sounds disgusting. Now,
that's a business plan.
It's a massive company, right? So like it takes people being able. Same Uber. I was like, hold on. So like somebody's gonna come pick me up in their car and take me where? Anyway. I'm cool. I'm just gonna get back in the taxis I was talking about. Like I don't want to get in your car. I don't understand that. Now, so like things that are disruptive, people should hear it at first a lot of times and be like, I don't know. That's a lot of times when you know that you're headed in the right direction. So I just tried to stay in that space. And like energy, we just tried to keep positive. People didn't believe it was cool. I was looking for people that would uplift us and we just kept swimming.
Right. So with that team of, when you say family, I was about to say, You was telling on yourself when you say, man, I just jumped in the taxi and then I kept getting taxi's information. Tell the people, how old are you?
32 now. Most of the story that I was just telling, I was 22, 23. And like, I looked at those taxis as investments. Like, it wasn't like that for me. I was a student, right? So I was trying to genuinely use it as a practice. Like, I would really go and try to like plan out, I know these folks know information about where people hang out.
Right.
I think I can learn something from them. Yeah, it's not the fancy book, it's not the cool website, but like, I really think that these folks know, right? So I'm gonna sit and just be a student of the game. I'm gonna learn about the city through the eyes of people who learn about the city all day. So, I mean, it was. I never let age be a limiting factor. For me, it was like a lot of dope young people have created things, and why not me? Like, why can't I? I only get a chance to do this life thing one time, as I understand it.
Right.
So like, I can't waste.
Got to max out.
Why am I gonna wait? Like when is the perfect time gonna be, right? Like, and who are these people telling me that it's, oh no, you got to be 32 to start? Like, says who
made these rules?
I don't know who made them. I know I'm not following them because it's
not. It doesn't apply to you. It's not attainable or tangible to your life. I was speaking, with a guest prior to, and I was just saying, like, Cinderella's shoe is built for Cinderella.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Ryan's shoe is not built for Ryan. Cam's shoe is not built for Cam. Joe's shoe is not built for, like, bruh, all these different things.